we're an intimate crowd here. I feel like you're my friend, so I think I can tell you that I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I'm ready to fall in love. I feel like I'm ready to do it, yeah. And I better do it soon because I'm on the wrong side of 40. Like if my love life was a book, it would be choose your own adventure, but wrap it up soon. I make horrendous choices. That's why I'm still around, single. I have good taste in furniture. I have terrible taste in women. Like my taste in furniture is mid-century modern, and my taste in women is millennial miserable.
Don't look at me.
Date. You bringing her into this? Okay, good. All right. I feel like this is a participatory comedy show. We'll do that. Yeah, no, I date women. I went through a period where I was dating women that were way too young for me, and that doesn't work because women in their 20s want to go out late and go to parties and stuff, and I just want to eat. Like that's all I want. Like I could find food anywhere. Like this 28-year-old girl took me to a Deadmau5 concert one time. I kid you not, I found a table, a chair, and pizza. And I've been going through this like weird period where I've been dating, like it's like a bucket list of women that I was not cool enough to date in high school. Like for a while I was dating a whole bunch of girls with tattoos, you know. I love tattoos because they're like, hey, humans are flawed. You want to see why? Like, and I love it. Like, I love it. I dated a woman for a while who had those, you ever see the wing tattoos above your boobs? That's like wishful thinking, right? Like those wings are not going to hold your boobs up when you're 50 years old. Aging is a motherfucker. I love it when people have too many tattoos. That's my favorite thing in the world. You know, like why do you treat your body like a 9th grade boy's trapper keeper? Like you take off your clothes. There's like a stick figure of Bart Simpson next to Bobby's a dick. I went through a goth phase, and by goth phase I mean one goth girl. And here's what I found out. If you're a goth as a teenager, you're cool, right? You're like mysterious, you're enigmatic, you're kind of brooding. If you're goth at 35 years old, you're just a bummer. You're just a bummer, you need to be on meds. I don't care if you have your own apartment. Why do you have stuffed bats in it? It's the worst. I found this girl on OkCupid, and her screen name was Uber Morticia. Uber Morticia, which just sounds like a goth that does rideshare, and it's ironic because I had to pick her up, but she was the biggest bummer I've ever met in my life, like the saddest goth ever, and she was gorgeous. She was like, but I couldn't deal with her. She was like, I'm sad and white and pretty, like it's so privileged, right? It seems so privileged. Like, you know who should be goths? You know who have the right to be? Black men between the ages of 18 and 24. Okay, right? Because the police are killing them. They make less money than their wife. If I was like a 22-year-old black guy, I would be fucking wearing a cape all the time. And just listening to The Cure. Like, that's what I would be doing. I'm a creature of internet dating, like I'm sure some of you are. I don't think there's any shame in it anymore, although I think it has totally screwed up the etiquette of dating. Like, I'm old enough to remember, like, if you want to cancel a date, you call somebody, right? Say, hey man, I can't do this. And now, you just, like, at the last minute get these weird excuses by text. There was this one girl, and she texted me this, I kid you not, Scott, sorry I can't go hiking with you, have to build a house for Habitat for Humanity. And I texted back, okay, I'll come with. I love to volunteer. And she texted back, sorry, think I'm going to build this one by myself. I would prefer that you be honest with me, like the girl who said, who texted, sorry, can't have a drink with you tonight, schedule full of another man's penis. That for some reasons elicits sympathy more than laughs, but okay. All right. I will take it. I've been in the game so long that, do you remember when you actually used to write phone numbers on pieces of paper? Remember when you got a phone number and it wasn't inside of a phone? Like I had that. I moved a couple months ago and I found phone numbers written on matchbooks and napkins. Like I found a phone number that literally was so old it didn't even have a prefix or an area code. It just said Edison 2255. And most of those numbers are fake, like a girl she'll change a digit and stuff, like because they don't want to say no. But sometimes when I'm lonely, I will call those fake numbers because I get nostalgic for the sound of a Mexican man who doesn't know who the fuck I am. I don't get turned on by porn anymore. I just like, when I watch a porn, I'm just like, I wish that girl would clean her room. I think that's what I get turned on by, is a fully clothed woman just vacuuming her living room. I think that's what might be material for me to get horny. But yeah. My mother just turned 76 last week. That's lovely, right? I got her a birthday present. I got her an iPhone. So she learned how to FaceTime me at 7 in the morning, 3 times a week, wearing nothing but hair curlers and no makeup. I've been learning a lot of secrets about my mother, like the fact that when my mother FaceTimes me with no makeup on, she's basically Walter Matthau. My father is in his 80s, and he's part of what they call the greatest generation. That's people that fought in World War II in Korea. We admire those people. They're really not that great, to be perfectly honest with you. They drink a lot. They're not very good with their feelings. There was one time my dad was like, I think I'm going to cry. And he's like, nah, I think I'm just going to give myself cancer. Just decided to. Another time he had a pain in his gut. And we thought he had a kidney stone, and it turns out he was just passing an emotion. This election's horrendous, right? It's a terrible election. It's awful. It's awful. For the Republicans, it's just Donald Trump versus a man who looks like a witch that was carved out of an apple. Terrible. It's hard to be the president, though. I love reading about the presidents. I think the man who had the hardest life of all was George Washington. He had a mouthful of wooden teeth. I don't know if you know that, because dentists had not been invented yet. Here's the predicament George Washington had to deal with. He could not smoke a cigarette to the nub because he would burn his mouth down. A 5-alarm mouth fire. Firemen had not been invented, so they would just throw a bucket of sand in his mouth. I will finish on this. Does anybody else love crazy Christians? Yeah, they're fun, right? They're pretty harmless fun. My favorite crazy Christian is Pat Robertson, because every time a natural disaster happens, he blames the gays. He does that. He's just like, that tornado was God's punishment for the actions of the homosexual, which we all know is crazy. Because I don't know a whole lot about science, but I do know this. 2 men in love cannot physically cause an earthquake in Mexico City. They can, however, cause an awesome vacation in Mexico City. Like, you could put 2 gay men in the Sonora Desert, they would find a tequila poppers and a disco ball. Like, they would make it fabulous. But it doesn't work like that thesis, that God's punishing us for the actions of gay people. That doesn't work. Like, if you're going to have that thesis, base it on something that gay people actually did. Like going into shitty neighborhoods, making them beautiful, and causing the rents to go up. Like, take your placards to this neighborhood, look at the gays with their clever mid-century modern paint schemes, and their fabulous landscaping. God has punished us all, now no one can afford a 1-bedroom in Silver Lake. All right, thanks a lot, you guys.